Hey everyone, it's Denise Brown from the Caregiving Years Training Academy. And this is a third video in a 6-part series where I walk you through the 6 stages of a caregiving experience. So we already talked about the first stage, which is the expectant caregiver. And we're all expectant caregivers, regardless of whether or not we're currently caring for a family member. Then I talked about the freshman caregiver, when you start to dip your toes in the caregiving waters. The third stage is the entrenched caregiver. Now, sometimes you go from expectant to entrenched immediately, right away. There's an accident, there's a disability that's immediate, there's a stroke, there's a heart attack. There is some kind of immediate medical crisis that moves you from expectant right into entrenched. And sometimes you move into it. So you start to help, and then all of a sudden, you're really helping. In the entrenched stage, it's all about caregiving. If you're not doing it, you're managing it, you're thinking about it, you're worrying about it, you're strategizing about it, you're organizing it. It is your life. I should mention that a caregiving experience is not location based. It's not about whether or not you live with your caree or your caree lives near you. It's about every day waking up thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to manage this? So it could be that you live with your caree. It could be that you live 5 minutes from your caree, and it could be that you live 5,000 miles away. In this stage, though, you feel entrenched by the experience. It's what you think about and worry about and manage. So the key word in this stage is to receive. Now that seems to make sense, right? You're giving out. Makes sense that you have to give back in. You have to give to yourself by receiving. It's easy to say though, because when you're entrenched, you are trying to get from moment to moment. You are really feeling the weight of the responsibilities. In many ways, you feel like you must do it because you know the situation and your caree best. So it's hard to let go and let others in to help. And it could also be that it's hard to find the right help. I actually just had a phone call with a family caregiver that called me and said, I can't find the right help for my situation. So frustrating. We talked about the coping strategies, which are the keywords. And so in the first stage, it's asking, and the second stage, it's finding. So you bring those coping strategies in and add it to receiving. One of the challenges with receiving is that we don't have time to really receive. And I think the biggest challenge when you're entrenched, when you're going moment to moment, when you're so tired, it's hard to receive relaxation. It's hard to let go of the worries and this pressure to keep doing, to keep figuring it out. And yet, without time to relax, it's really difficult for us to continue. The relaxation is what gives us back energy. So, if the only thing you can remember to do when you are entrenched is to receive relaxation, even for 5 minutes, do that. Let your body relax. No guilt, because that's the other part about it too. Sometimes we think, okay, I'm going to relax. I'm going to sit on the couch, and then we feel guilty because we think, but I still haven't walked the dog, I still haven't folded the laundry, and I still have work to do. But for 5 minutes, the dog and the laundry and the work can wait, because it's so important that you really receive that relaxation. And if you can't think of anything else to do for 5 minutes, think about a breathing exercise where you focus on breathing in and breathing out. And if you can breathe in a word like relaxation and breathe out another word like stress, you are breathing in relaxation and breathing out stress. That can help. You could breathe in hope and breathe out worries. You could breathe in peace and breathe out strife. So think about a word you want to breathe in to receive, and a word that you want to release because you want to get it out. That can help for 5 minutes, breathing in and breathing out. And that's a way to receive relaxation. When we can sit and relax, even for a few moments, we actually free up space to think more clearly. And in those relaxation moments, we also might receive our inner wisdom that will help us figure out a pressing problem. And that's worth the 5 minutes of receiving. I'll share one last tip. Sometimes the worst time for us to relax is at bedtime. So we're in bed, we're starting to drift off. And because we're starting to relax, that's when the moment and that just thought hits us, and we think, oh my gosh, I don't know how to, I don't know when, what is going to happen next. And so the stress hits us because we started to relax and then we get stressed out. So if there's something that you're really worried about before you go to sleep, tell yourself, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll know exactly what to do. And that way, your mind has a purpose, and that purpose is not to worry. Its purpose is to find the answer. So, if you're worried about waking up with a worry before you go to sleep, tell yourself, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll know what to do. And I hope that helps. I use it all the time and it does help. Okay, so the third stage is about being entrenched by the experience. The key word is to receive, and you add that to asking and finding. And you've got 3 coping strategies to help you move through the caregiving years. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Take care.